Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are at the Untrained Unprofessional Shooting Range today for episode 1. Well, that's actually 2. Episode 1 of Dot Torture. Now, what is dot torture, you say? Well, it might be a training thing, but it's not. I've done dot torture, which is kind of fun and frustrating at the same time. But this is actually going to be all about torturing a red dot. And how am I going to torture it? Well, you might have seen other people torture dots by dropping it off of buildings and smashing it with cinder blocks and racking it up against stuff, just to try to see if it shifts zero. I'm not going to be doing that because, well, you're just trying to break it. And, when we're out here shooting or carrying, we're not trying to break our dot. We might actually put it on something that we're not supposed to and shoot it and then get surprised when it doesn't hold zero. So what is dot torture truly about? Well, we're going to put it on different platforms and see if after shooting it, it will hold zero. Because after all, that's what we're most likely to do in real life. I know I've done it. I actually put my EPS carry on my Remington 870, and then one day my dot was going like that. So that gave me the idea. It's like, well, that's truly the best way to figure out how strong a dot is. So Cyelee sent me a red and green Chameleon. And the nice thing is that this is for people with astigmatisms, which I actually have. And so I was very interested in trying this out. Now, just to give you a couple specs on this, this is an 8 MOA dot, which shooting it on my RXM, I've really enjoyed. It's a nice big dot. I actually like it a little bit better than my 6 MOA EPS carry. But it is an open emitter, so EPS carry is going to win on that one. Other things for it is that it is an RMR cut. It has 8 daylight and 2 night vision settings, which, why? I mean, it's like, how many of us actually have night vision on something like this? Motion deactivated standby. It'll shake awake it'll deactivate after 5 minutes and shake awake. And it has an up to 50,000 hour battery life, and it depends on your brightness settings. And the click adjustments are 1 MOA. Shooting this, one of the things that I did not really like about it was that on the click adjustments, it's very soft or almost not even there sometimes. It's like I noticed that the windage, had a little bit more tactile adjustments, but the elevation just tended to be blah. So take that for what it was. Still worked, but I would just like a little bit more of a feedback of what is going on, just in case if I go too far, I know how far back I need to go. Now, how are we going to be testing this? Well, it will not be tested on the pistol, which this is the green dot. I've been shooting it and really enjoying it today. I've also shot the red dot quite a bit. I got about 300 rounds on it, and the red dot is what's going to be our test subject for the day. It's going to be on a pistol caliber carbine, and as you can see, I have the Chameleon set here on a 45-degree offset mount, which I've already zeroed at 25 yards. So this is going to be the benchmark. From here, I'm going to take it and put it on my AR-15, in which I'm going to run 90 rounds through it to see how it does. Now, this is a very soft shooting AR. All my casings like to go at about the 4 o'clock position. Now, for a little bit more of a thump, I'm going to move on to this AK-47, which is an NPAP, and we're going to put 90 rounds through that. The NPAP will give it just a little bit more of a thump to check its zero. Now, in between all these, I'm going to go back to the pistol caliber carbine and see how it is, see if it's actually holding zero. Now, after this, we're going to put it on a Remington 870, and it's going to go through 2 different cycles. We're going to have 50 rounds of birdshot, and then we'll have 10 rounds of slug. And of course, we're checking zero back on the pistol caliber carbine in between. And if it holds up through the slugs, I think it's worth getting. But remember, it is a pistol dot, so if it dies anywhere on any of these, it's a pistol dot. Okay, 25 yard, zero for record. I think I got a little silly on that. All right, so the nice thing about this setup is that I'm able to put this 45-degree offset right up against the existing mount. So all I have to do is just torque this back on to 25 inch-pounds, and hopefully...
Are you talking to me or are you filming?
I'm filming.
Oh.
And hopefully the zero remains. By the way, if you're wondering who's talking in the background, that's just Dick.
Just Dick. I thought you were talking to me.
Why would I talk to you?
Well, I was standing over there and you were talking.
I told you I was filming. All right, so I'm going to shoot 5 rounds back on the 25-yard line, and then I'll walk you down there. All right, shooting that far target. If I can remember where I was holding this dot again. I would say we're still pretty zeroed. Let's bump it up to the AK. And remember, if at any point it fails, it's still a good dot. We're just seeing how tough it is.
So has it been holding up pretty well though?
Yeah, that group did just fine.
As much as I would like a macro or a Rubicon and all that, we need affordable accessories for guns for people to get into this.
Well, I can get 30, 40, 50 pounds. So now I'm going to go to 56. Just back on the same spot. And 25. I can't see my dot anymore. The orange dot, that is on the cardboard target. Let's go take a look. All right, considering I can't shoot, so considering I can't see my orange dot really anymore, I would still say that's incredibly still zeroed, holding zeroed. So it survived 90 rounds of the AK. Of course, you never know, 90 plus 1 could have done it, but yeah, where do you draw the line? You got to draw the line somewhere. Now it's time for the 870. If it's going to do it, the 870 will do it. I missed one. I overshot it. Checking zero after 50 rounds of birdshot. I don't see the orange pasty at all down there. I shot off my little orange pasty. So I think we're okay. Still really nice group there. Now we're going to go ahead and do 10 slugs. And if anything's going to kill it, I think the slugs will. Now these are 1,500 feet per second slugs. So it'll give a little bit of an oomph. Slug it up. Three more. I'm turning the steel. Now let's get it changed over to the PCC. PCC, yeah, I said it the correct amount of times. Check zero one last time. Yeah, let's just do less. That's fine. Try to hold consistent. Let's go check it. All right, so I was hitting a little low, but honestly, it's because I don't have a point of aim for a point of reference. But I think it wouldn't matter anyway. So the Cyelee Chameleon, pretty damn good little dot. I mean, considering its price point and everything, and that it's only rated for a pistol, survived 90 rounds of AR-15, which was a soft shooting AR, 90 rounds of AK, Tulamo, 50 rounds of birdshot out of an 870, and 10 slugs out of an 870. Held zero just fine, even with me swapping the mount back and forth and everything. So if you're looking to pick one up either in the red or the green, I can actually get you 15% off for the next 5 months, and there will be a date in the description of when that'll expire, along with the discount code. Pick one up. It's a good dot.